Hello, everyone. How are you? Let me see if I can do something with this technology here. I apologize. I'm a little bit distracted because I am, blessedly enough, in Diamond Mountain and a bit chatty. Now I hear some noise going on. Does everyone have their mics muted? Oops. Can you still hear me? Yes?
Yes.
Okay, good. Uh, Thank you. I am trying to tile a screen here, and I'm not quite sure how to do that. All right, let's see. All right. Well, let's see how it goes. Um, let's see the first title slide. And Marina is in charge of us today, so we're very honored. So I am at Diamond Mountain, and we have had lots of interesting challenges, lots of delays and obstacles, traffic jams, not getting things printed. Today we have no water in our beautiful llama house where I'm staying. So maybe we could see the next slide, Marina. Yeah, that's the llama house at Diamond Mountain. Uh, And if I look disheveled, it's because we have no water. So no showers, no face washing, nothing like that. But all good. And let me see if I can reopen this. I guess I can't do both. Hang on. That was so interesting. So bear with me. It's not our usual setup. So a little bit challenged, but nothing we can't take care of. Let's see if this works. Yep. Exit full screen, tile window. Yeah, there we go. Maybe that will work. Okay, good. So last week, let's see the next slide. There was a question about how to write Om in Devanagari. And this is the classic way of writing Om. So I think you can see that it looks nothing like anything we have studied yet. Om is a bija syllable. This means a root syllable, a seed syllable is the proper translation of bija. And this is an unusual and unique way to write this seed syllable. And it only applies to the seed syllable Om. You won't see anything else like this. I don't know any other words that use these symbols combined like this. So you can see at the very top the Anusvara, but it has a crescent underneath it. So this is called a lunate Anusvara, meaning luna from moon, crescent shaped moon symbol. And the rest of the symbol is unique. So if you are interested in Om, practice writing this and learn this. This is the good way to write Om. Let's see the next slide. Now, the question last week was if we wanted to write Om, which letter would we use? The O with the Anusvara? And I said, no, we would use the Ao because Om is a combination of different quantities, different numbers of our vowels. So this is the standalone form of ao. That's how it's written. And it has the anusvara above it. And it's confusing because over that one downstroke are both the double feathers, which signify ow, and the anusvara, which signifies So this says aum, but it's a little bit confusing to take those pieces apart. So you would almost never see om written this way, but technically it is correct. Okay, next slide. Back to work. So today we're going to look at how to visualize by seeing, and how to pronounce and how to write m's and n's in Sanskrit, m's and n's. So before we get to that, let's have a little practice. I would like everyone, please, to open their mics and say with me this verse, which is here in I asked. Okay, count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Na kinchidas tadvas. Open your mics. Anybody? I know there's at least 10 of you. Once more. Na kinchidasti tadvas. Yasasya dushkaram. Snan mrdu abhyasat odhavyapi mahavyatha. That is a beautiful verse from the Bodhisattva Charyavatara. It's chapter 6, verse 14. And here of it.
Yeah, but Christina, can you...
There is nothing in the world which does not come easily if you make a habit of it. Make then a habit of bearing the small pains and thus endure the greater. So that's a very poetic way for Master Shantideva to advise us and encourage us to practice. And what he is saying here is that moral issues are a lot. Oh, no, I can't hear you. Wait a minute. Why is that? Do I have my sound up? If someone is asking questions, put it in the chat, because for some reason I cannot hear you. I'm glad you're reciting because I didn't hear you. Anyway. Oh, now I hear something. Marina, is that you?
One had question and he started to ask, but you continue and we understood you cannot hear us.
Yes, yeah, I could not hear you. Okay, let's go back. What is the question? Is there a question?
Yeah. Can you hear me, Christina?
Yes, I can hear you, Juan. Very good. This
Hi.
is
No, I just wonder if you could read first and then we can read after you, because I couldn't hear the pronunciation because everybody was. So maybe you're first and then we say.
I will, and we'll do it in quarters, 25%. So the first 25%, half of the first line. Na kinchidasti tad vastu. So let's say that. Everybody open their mics. Now I can hear you. Na kinchidasti tad vastu. Vastu, yes. Na kinchidasti tad vastu.
Nakin Chidasti Tatvastu.
Vastu. Don't forget the it's all vastu. Good. Because the oo is like a ooh, but the a letter is so ooh, vastu.
Vastu.
Perfect.
Ooh.
Yes, very good. And everybody's brave. I very much appreciate that. Okay, the second half of the first line. Yad abhyasasya dushkaram. Yad abhyasasya
Abhyasasya Dushkaram.
dushkaram. Okay, that's very good. Now we'll go to the second half of this verse, the first half of the second half. Tasman mardu vyat abhyasat. Now together. Tasman mardu
Mardu
vyat
Yasat.
abhyasat. Okay, now I don't really have my drum with me here, so I can't beat, but I have a singing bowl. Let me see if I can get it. It's very big. I will put it here. So we see the longs and the shorts. We have with the second half, the first half of the second half of the verse. Can you hear that? Tasman mardu
Yes.
vyat abhyasat. So tasman mardu
Mardu
vyat
Abhyasat.
abhyasat. See the longs and the shorts. And then the last 25%. Sodhavyapi Mahavyata. Together. Sodhavyapi
Yapi
Mahavyata. That it is short on yapi. So Sodhavyapi.
Sodhavyapi
Mahavyata. There is nothing in the world which does not come easily if you make a habit of it. Make then a habit of bearing the small pains and thus endure the greater. So Master Shantideva is advising us and encouraging us to practice. He's sort of comparing it, let's say, to when you go to the gym and at first your muscles are weak. But if you make a habit of lifting heavier and heavier weights, you will become strong enough to lift a heavy weight, but not at the beginning. At the beginning, you are just practicing. So it's very beautiful. Okay. Now, next slide. And we're just going to review the IAST transliteration system that we are using. And IAST stands for International Alphabet of Sanskrit Transliteration. And it is a way of writing the Devanagari in a Roman alphabet so that people who, unlike you guys, are not studying the Devanagari because you are studying it, but people who don't know Devanagari can still read Sanskrit using the IAST system. So it's very valuable. Now notice that most of the letters are quite intuitive, except for a handful that have some kind of a mark on them. And these are called diacritical marks. And what they do is they signal one of the Devanagari letters in the Sanskrit alphabet that has no Roman equivalent. So we need to find a special way of identifying it when we write it in Roman characters. And we went over this a little bit before with the ra and the because we don't put a diacritical mark on the consonant, semi-consonant, ra, because if you see an R, it can't be anything else. It's a semi-vowel, semi-consonant R. But on the vowel version of that semi-consonant, when it's used as a vowel, as it was in the verse we just did, in the word merdu, ra, and you put a dot under it if it's a vowel, So anytime there's an ambiguity, we have to put a mark on that letter to indicate which exact one it is in Devanagari. So any question about what is a diacritical mark? That seems clear. Okay, so let's look at this biased chart and note, as we have before, that the whole third varga, so the first row is the vowels, then there's the first varga, ka, the second varga, cha, the third varga, ka, and every letter in that varga has a dot under it. So that's an easy way to tell a cerebral letter. And the reason that we need those to distinguish them from something else is because it's exactly the same as the fourth varga, but without the dot. So no dot, fourth varga. Dot, third varga. Same letters. And we already know that the vowel r has a dot under it because it too is third varga. Did I say fourth? It's third varga. And also look way down at the bottom at those sibilants. Now, sibilant is a group term for an S sound. So that last group is the sibilants. And one of them has a dot under it, the second sibilant, shra. So that also is a cerebral letter. Okay, now, one confusing thing. Yeah, go ahead. Question?
No, the lir,
Yeah.
it is the fourth varga, and it has the dot under, right?
Lir, that's a great question. Lir is actually the fourth varga, but it does have a dot. And the reason it has a dot is similar to the reason the ra has a dot. The has a dot. And that is because the dot distinguishes the vowel from the consonant. Because that ya, ra, la, va next to the last line is the semi-consonants, so they can switch. Those letters can be either a vowel or a consonant in different cases. So if you look at the first line with all the vowels, you will see that the vowel r and the vowel lir, long and short, both have dots under it. Now there's an overlap here because the r and the ra are cerebral. The lir and the lir are not cerebral, but they are vowel versions of the semi-consonants. So they have dots.
Okay.
Okay. And two other problems for you, Juan, to grapple with. Look at the last two vowels in the first line. What do you see there, diacritical mark wise?
Because it's a vowel, so we have to distinguish from the consonant ma.
True.
And ha.
Yeah. And that's aha because it's a visarga.
Aha. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
The very last row has the ha, which is a consonant. Yes. So they have dots under them because we need to, there's an ambiguity as to whether they are a vowel or a consonant. So we have to mark them. And the way we do that is just the way we mark the third varga. We put dots under them, but it doesn't mean they are third varga letters. Okay. All right. And the M with a dot under it is anusvara. And we're going to talk more about that later in this class. And the H with the dot under it is visarga. So wait, I'm going to put this bowl away. Good. All right, let's try the next slide. Now, last week we also learned more about writing vowels. So let's review a couple of these vowels. So we went over this last week, and the first letter there is a short and this is the easiest one in the whole alphabet. And why is that? Who remembers why is that easy? Short
To write?
Yes, right.
Because we didn't write it. Don't write it.
You don't write it, right? It's automatically attached to any consonant that has no other vowel marking in it. So if you don't see anything on a certain consonant, assume it's a short Now, the long is fairly easy also. What is the marker for a long Does anyone remember? No reason you should.
Just like downstroke. I don't know.
Yes. It's a downstroke after the consonant. A single downstroke with nothing on top of it and nothing touching it, nothing close to it. Good. Now, let's look at the next slide. And here are some examples of the long and short which we had some questions about last week. And there we saw that the long and the short the short and the long also have a downstroke. But why is it not the same as a long Who remembers? It has something extra.
Because it goes after or before the consonant.
And also, that's good. And also, how do you know what consonant it's attached to?
Because it's above the sutra.
Yes. Above the sutra, there is a mark. And sutra has a long U, so we say sutra. Above the sutra, attached to that downstroke, is a mark. We called it a curl. And which way it goes depends on whether the is long or it is short. So I think it was a little confusing. So I have made some examples here for us to look at. Let's look at the first one there. The word is mate, which means mind. So if you were looking at that downstroke, is it before or after one of those consonants?
After?
Well, that's interesting because it could be after the ma, but look above the sutra. Which consonant is it attached to? The first one or the second one?
Above sutra, I think for second one.
It's attached to the second one. If you look at that curl on top of the sutra, it goes between the downstroke and the second consonant, which is ta, a dental ta. So this is not attached to the ma, it is attached to the ta. Now, since we have figured out that it is attached to the ta, is it before the ta or after the ta? And what does that mean? Is it long or short if it's before the consonant?
It's before, but
It's what?
I mean, it's the curl right now is before the consonant, right?
Yes.
The curl is before, so it should be short.
Yes, exactly.
But
Before the
logic
consonant is short and after the consonant is long.
long.
So let's look at the second word there. That word is nadi, and it means river or channel, like the channels in the body, the sushumna and the pingala and the ida channels. So where is the downstroke?
after the last one.
After the second consonant, right?
Yes.
So we know it's attached to the second consonant because the curl goes from the second consonant to the right. And because it comes after the consonant, is it long or short?
Long.
Long.
Exactly. Nadi channel.
So, okay. But the curl right is landing on the downstroke.
Yes.
That's why you know it's a long.
Well, it's both long and short.
But
The
why
only function of the curl is to show you which consonant it's attached to. Like in the first word, mati, we didn't know if it was attached to the ma or the ta until we looked at the curl. And the only information the curl gives us is which consonant is it attached to. The position of the downstroke tells us whether it's long or short.
The position.
Like, is it before the consonant? It's short.
Oh,
Is it after the consonant?
okay.
Long.
Independently of the downstroke, it doesn't matter.
It's the same downstroke. It doesn't change the form of the downstroke. It's just, is it before the consonant
Or after the consonant. Okay.
And the only reason we know exactly which consonant is it's attached to it.
It's attached. Okay.
It's consonant by the curl. It's as though you tied a piece of string around, a key, and you said it's before or after, and you swung it around. It's just attached to the key. It's that key. And the position of the key, whether you put it before or after something, means whether it's long or short. So different ideas, and really it's quite down to earth. You know, it's like, oh, the short is before, and how do you know? I'm going to put a string on it. The long is after, and how do you know which consonant? I put a string on it. That's what it's attached to. So let's look at the third word there. That word is mudita. And how many downstrokes are in that word?
2.
One, two.
Two, right? Now, what's the difference between those two downstrokes? Are they exactly the same, or does one have something extra?
The curl.
Yes, one has a curl.
Exactly.
One has no curl.
One has a curl, exactly.
All right, so now let's go first. The one that has no curl, the downstroke with no curl, what is that? But long or short?
Long.
Long
Long. And why do we not need any further information? Why? What does the short look like?
There's no.
There isn't.
There isn't any.
Well, right, it's not marked. So we don't need to have any special ways of attaching it. The long always follows the consonant, and it always means a long But look at the other downstroke in that word, mudita, the third word. What extra piece does that first downstroke have? Why is it different from the second downstroke? It has something extra.
Because it's not it's different.
It's,
It's O. I don't know what to say.
Oh, it's not O. It is the same as mati. It has a curl on it in front of the consonant that it belongs to. So even though that downstroke is between two consonants, the first one and the second one, we know which one it belongs to because it's attached to its consonant by the curl. Which consonant is it? Is it attached to, the first or the second one?
The second one.
Second one. So we know it goes with the second consonant. And is it in front of the second consonant or behind the second consonant?
Behind, before.
Before.
Front, before, correct. So if it's before the consonant, is that a short I or a long?
Short.
Short. Okay. So that is a short I.
But I have one question. So the downstroke that is touching the curl is for the E, not for the A.
I. Short I or long E, not for the
Okay, because it has the curl.
Exactly.
Okay.
If it has a curl, it's a I. If it has no curl, it's a long A.
Clear. Thank you.
But
yes.
What is curl for first letter? M. This is question. I don't understand.
Yes. That is another marker. And we're focusing on and I today, but I will tell you, that is one of the ways you mark oo. You mark oo that way. You put a little curl underneath. This direction of a oo is short. If it was flipped over and the tail went the other way, it would be oo long. So that's advanced lessons. We haven't got there yet, but good question. So that word is mudita. Short u, short I, long mudita. Everybody say mudita.
I have a question.
Question.
I don't understand why U should be short if we have downstroke. Anyway,
Why do you think there is a downstroke?
I don't know how I recognize it's more because I can recognize M, I can recognize the, I can recognize N or T, Udita, but I can recognize E, I can recognize A, but I cannot recognize like this downstroke from second. What is this? I thought it's like for U in and make it longer, but looks like I wrong.
Well, I think that you may be getting confused because the ma, the consonant, has as part of it a downstroke, but it's not standing alone. It's attached to the first part, you see? So there is no downstroke on the first consonant. It's just part of the letter. Does that help?
Got it. I give up.
No, don't give up. It's very clear. It's very clear. And if Marina will help us later, we're going to have a breakout session and you will practice writing the consonants so you will understand more completely how the shapes form. But the key part here for vowels is to look at not anything that has a downstroke with other aspects, but only the standalone downstrokes. And we saw that the plain downstroke is and if it has a curl on it, it's either short I in front of the consonant or long E after the consonant. Okay, let's try the next word. And that may help you, Marina, understand what I'm saying. That word is shita, and it means cold. So let's take a careful look at that. How many downstrokes do you see?
2.
Yeah. However, the more familiar we become with the way we write the Devanagari, the more you will understand and remember actually that first downstroke is a part of the shra. So let's look at the diacritical mark. Well, you don't see the diacritical mark. The diacritical mark on the shra is a little hash, but this is a palatal shra, and this is the shape it takes. It has the curved mark and the downstroke, and that's part of the consonant. So the second downstroke is the vowel marker. And we know, because this is our lesson here, it's either a short I or a long E. And you will see that it has a curl on it. Am I correct? Shita. Do you see the curl? On shita, the fourth letter, the fourth word?
Mm-hmm.
And if I tell you that the first two marks are shra and the last consonant there is ta, which consonant is that attached to? The first or second?
It should be the first, but I don't understand why, because it is not attached to the first, but to the downstroke.
But we already said, Juan, the downstroke is a part of that letter.
Okay,
So we will see more when we get to the writing exercise. But there's two consonants in shita. Actually, I'm going to pronounce it correctly now. Shita.
exactly.
And it's definitely not attached to the ta, the second consonant. Can you see that clearly? That it's not attached to the ta. There's
Exactly.
no
So it's if it's not attached to the second, should be in the first
yes, by default. Yes.
by default.
Yes. So that's a lovely word meaning cold. Shita. Okay, let's see if this helps. We'll go to the next word. 1, 2, 3, 4, fifth word. Bhavati. It's a nice verb. It means he, she, or it is or becomes. So what kind of downstrokes do we have in this word? It's pretty simple, I think. Not complicated like shita. How many downstrokes in bhavati?
One.
One. And which consonant is it attached to?
To the last one.
The last one, ta.
Ta.
And is it before the ta or after the ta?
Before the ta.
Yes. So is it long I or short? Short I or long I?
Short.
Short I. So we properly pronounce this word all short vowels because no other markers, so they're automatically attached. Ba, va, ti. Short I. Yeah. The next one is Kim. And what do you see by way of downstrokes there? Stand alone downstrokes.
One.
One. Yes.
I'm going to ask Marina. Marina, how many downstrokes in this last, next to the third to the last word?
One.
One. The ma is the last consonant, and that stroke is part of the consonant. It's not separate. It's attached to the other marks in that consonant. So it's just the shape of the consonant. Now, if you look at the third word down, mudita, that's the same ma that has the u underneath it. But it's not attached to a downstroke. It's attached to a consonant that has a downstroke as part of the way it's written. And it's the same ma that we're seeing in the third to the last word there. Ma.
But Kuru a little bit different. It's okay?
Yes?
Okay. Got it. Thank you.
Oh, what do you mean it's different?
Like Ma and Kuru for U.
Mudita?
Yes, like if it's U, this is the same U what we have in third. Yes?
Yeah.
But Kuru and the letter a little bit different. But got it. It doesn't matter.
Yes, it's completely different. Yeah, it's not above the sutra, and it doesn't connect the consonant to anything. It just marks the consonant with a vowel. So if what you're saying is the U is a similar shape to the curl, maybe, but completely different functions. Does that help?
Okay, yes. Okay.
All right, we'll talk more in the future about that. Okay. So that word is Kim, and it's an interrogative meaning what. Now, the next to the last word is Bima, and that's a word that means awesome or terrifying. So how many downstrokes do you see there?
One.
Yes, one standalone downstroke. Now, those consonants each have a downstroke, but they're part of the consonant, not part of the downstroke.
First.
And the first one, right, it's attached to consonant. And is it before, does the downstroke occur before the consonant is attached to or after?
After.
Yes. So what does that mean? It's long or short?
Long.
Long. Yes.
Bima.
Perfect. Bima. Perfect. I've been trying to say them without giving it away, but the correct way is bima. Great. Okay, now the last word is a beautiful long word that is pronounced pipilaka, and it means one of those small insects that crawl around, especially in the summer, an ant. So this is the word pipilaka, that means ant, not the sister of your mother, but the small insect. Okay, now how many eyes are there in this word?
How many?
How many? Well, let's start at the beginning. How many vowels do you see? Pipilaka.
4.
No.
No?
4.
4.
And 3 eyes. 3 curls. 3
Three.
curls.
3 curls. So 3 I. We have to decide what kind of I's these are. So for the first consonant, do you see a downstroke near it?
For the first, yeah.
Yes.
Just one.
Just one. It's just one downstroke per consonant. And this one is the first consonant, and it has a downstroke, and it's attached to which letter? The first consonant or something else?
First consonant.
Consonant. Yes. And is it before or after the consonant that it's attached to?
Before.
Before. So what kind of vowel is it? I or E?
Short.
Short.
Short. I. Very good. Now, the second consonant is the same as the first consonant. Does it have a downstroke near it?
Yes.
All right. And is it attached to the second P with a curl?
Yes.
Is the curl before the consonant it's attached to or after the consonant it's attached
to?
After.
So which kind of vowel is it? I or
long?
Long. E. So far we have P, P. All right.
P.
P. Okay, now, right after that second downstroke is a third downstroke. Do you see that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. And what is that downstroke attached to?
The la.
The la. Perfect. You even recognize the consonant. Great. It's the third.
I have noticed.
Good job. So we have a P, and now we have a la. And the third downstroke is attached to that consonant la. And is it before or after the consonant?
It's before.
And so it is long or short?
Short.
Short. Perfect. And just for extra points, is there another downstroke in this word?
Yes, for last ka.
The last ka on the ka. And does it have a curl on it?
Not so. It's just a.
It's just so we don't have to think twice about it. It's just a long and it goes with the ka. So the proper pronunciation of this word is pipilika. Let's say that.
Pipilika. Pipilika. Pipilika.
I wish I had my drum. 1 beat, 2 beats, 1 beat, 2 beats.
Pipilika.
Pipilika. Okay, that's a great word. All right. Well, I thought we would get to M's and N's today, but I don't think we're going to. But that's fine. We've got a few more minutes. Let's go to the next slide.
No, it's very clear now. Thank you.
Is it clear? Okay. So it is a simple.
It was worth it, the time.
Good. It's a simple system, but it can be very confusing before you become familiar. You will see as you move forward that it becomes second nature, but you need to understand what it is and why. All right, we're going to see if we can get to the next slide. Okay, good. And I think I didn't see this for a while, but I just looking at the chat. Ekaterina, are you doing better or are you not happy? Can you understand more? She can't talk because she's interpreting, but send us a chat if you have more challenges. Okay, we will try to work with it. All right, so here are the Devanagari vowels we know so far. The you don't write it. It's the short it's automatically attached unless you deliberately need another vowel and you write something that means it's not attached. So if you put a vowel marker like we've been looking at on a consonant, you kick out that automatically attached short So if you look down below with the bullets, the first short what is that Devanagari letter? Does anyone remember?
Ka.
So how would you pronounce this word?
Ka.
It's ka and a short
Short.
Yes. Now the long has a marker. So who remembers the consonant on the second example, second bullet? What consonant is that?
Na.
Na. It's a dental na. And how would you say it more properly? Say it again.
Na.
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 Two E's. We're exaggerating. Na. Good. And the third bullet there, what consonant is that? Does anyone recognize that consonant?
That's
I'll give you a hint.
Ta.
Yes. And what vowel is it with that consonant?
Short E.
Short E. So how would you pronounce it?
T.
T.
Not T.
T.
Perfect. Yes. And the last vowel bullet there, what consonant is that? Does anyone recognize that one? It's a semi-vowel.
It's like ha.
Almost, but it's not quite. It's
K.
ra.
Ra. Oh. Yes. Boy.
I'm glad we're finding Sanskrit funny. It's good to laugh. All right, so with the ra, we have what kind of a vowel?
E.
E.
Long.
Yeah. So how would you pronounce long E? How would you pronounce
Ri.
Ri? Good rolling of that ra. Ri. Very good. Yes. So it's much clearer now, I hope. All right. Well, I was going to do some breakout groups to practice the writing of our verse, Nakinchi Dasti, but I don't think we'll have time for that today. But we have a few minutes, so let's look at the next slide. And I think we cut that off. Yeah. We only have the first two lines of the consonants. We're missing 3 lines there. I must have made it the spacing too broad, but let's just go over this. So I want us to get more familiar with the Devanagari for each of the sounds, the vowels and the consonants that we have been studying. So I will recite the first line, then we will recite it together. Okay? These are the vowels. The first 3 lines are the vowels.
Went off.
E, ooh, ooh. I didn't hear anything. Is that because my internet is bad?
We lost you for a
Okay.
minute.
Okay. I'll start again. Let's recite together. I'll say it first, then you follow after me the second time. First time. E, ooh. Now with me, open your mics, please. E, ooh. So that's what they look like, but we know them by heart, by memory now, that that's how they look. The second line, A, O, no, it's A, I, O, ow. Sorry. A, I, O, ow.
O, ow.
Right, let's do it together one more time. A, I, O, ow.
A, I,
O,
O,
ow.
ow.
And the last 2 are and Say with me.
Aha.
And that is what they look like. Yeah. Not, yeah, that's good. And we are needing to connect what we are very well familiar with, the sound, with the way they look. And we have the first 2 lines of the consonants there. And let's say them together. Now I put the main 25 on the left, and then the semi-vowels and the sibilants on the end. So in the first line, we do not have a semi-vowel in the guttural varga. There just does not exist one. So I put a line. But the first line of consonants is, I'll say it first, ka, ka, ga, ga, na, then ha. Let's say that together. Ka, ka, ga, ga, na, and ha. That's that. It's different from the visarga, which is the last vowel, softer. This is a guttural consonant. And let's look at that last line in our chart, and that is the second varga, and that is palatal. So it's tra, tra, dra, ra, na, and then ya and shra. So let's say that together with our tongue flattened and pulled back against the back of the roof of our mouth. And we'll say together, tra, tra,
Sure.
dra, dra, ra,
No.
shra.
Sha.
Good. And that is what they look like. All right. Well, we got partway through our class today, and we'll do the rest next time. And I want to remind you that you still have time to sign up for ACI's Door to the Diamond Way 5. The first Geshe Michael classes are tomorrow. If you go online, you can sign up. And if you want to study Diamond Way with Geshe Michael later this year, you have to take these courses. So good luck. Thank you for studying Sanskrit. Please rejoice tonight and dedicate this. You're doing amazing work. And we'll see you next week. Okay? Bye for now.
Thank you.
Thank you. Can I ask a short question?
Yes, of course.
Just interested, because I always think about second line when we put in transliteration like two letters for I and owl. Yes?
Yes.
And this is like, for transliteration, we don't use like two beats. For transliteration, it's like different kind of letters.
Yes, good question. This is the standalone form of the vowels, this first three lines, right?
Yeah.
Rarely will you see them written this way. The only times you will see them written in this exact standalone form is if they occur at the beginning of a line, at the beginning of a word. So in the verse, Eva Maya Shrutam, you will see the first letter in the second line written exactly like that. But in every other case, the majority of cases, when it's that A, it will be marked in a very different way, which we will learn more about, especially in organic Sanskrit too. Does that answer your question?
Okay, yes. I just want to clarify because I
Yes.
always like thought about these two letters. Like we always recognize like separate two letters, but it's for Devanagari like one letter.
Yes, in Devanagari, we will see most of these vowels written as marks, similar to the downstrokes we've been studying, and even that little mark under the ma for mudita. So that's how the vowels will appear in written Devanagari, not like this 99% of the times. Okay.
Thank you so much.
Okay. So next time, we'll see you next week. Thanks.
Yes.
Bye for now.
Bye. Thank you. Bye, Marina.